Hey everyone, Soundwave 8084, another Transformers Studio Series review. In this review, take a look at Core Class Autobot Wheelie.
Wheelie, I think we better get out of here.
Wheelie, we better get out of here. Too bad he doesn't come with Daniel. That should have been something they should have done. Maybe as made like a little Daniel 2-pack out of these guys. And made it like, well, I guess you don't want to do exclusives. Or, I don't want to say major characters, but yeah. How about Wheelie? He gets his instructions right there. There's Wheelie. Box right here. Box art. Nice. Holding a slingshot. How about Wheelie there? Artwork, Core Class. More artwork. Really good artwork too. And the back. 12 steps. Get you all the way around. Alright, so close look at Wheelie here. It comes with his little trusty slingshot. 3mm point. This goes into either hand. They did, I think, a good job with this figure. I'm very pleased, more pleased than I thought I was. He got a lot of hate online when he was first revealed, and he does have some problems, I guess. One major problem, and then really major, but one thing that kind of just bugs me. I'll mention that in my review as I get along here or go along here. But otherwise, he's really decently made. We'll put him right here. And we'll just do a comparison with his animation model, because these are supposed to be Studio Series based off that. We'll see how close they actually got to that. And they did a good job. Now, he's missing a few things, like on his thighs or his waist, he should have some gray of the silver color there as well. They don't have that, but they at least did mold in the little details on the sides of his upper thighs, which is something nice. Also, on his arms, he should have this lighter orange going down his arms, very much like how the Wheelie that came with Grimlock did. That should be there on this Wheelie. So I think they did a decent job of matching the animation model in robot mode. Now this is the Wheelie that came with a Grimlock. He has legs here from Fire Talks. It's a little 3D printed. I haven't had a chance. I've been so busy past while, but you can get some paint and touch these up. Pretty much kind of matches here with that. So if you like this Wheelie, you already have Grimlock, you don't want to pay for this one. He won't transform into a vehicle mode, but you do get a decent Wheelie with some articulation with a slingshot and all that, like he's gonna aim it. So that is an upgrade kit from Fire Talks that you can get. So I think that's one thing they just missed out on in robot mode, is this color right here should have went down his arms a little bit, and the gray should have been here on the thighs as well. But I get transformation, I see maybe as paint that would have rubbed off. Head sculpt on the guy is fairly decent, very close to his G1 look. I'm surprised they didn't use the head from this Wheelie, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, because it's not the right size. It's a little bit smaller, and the coloring is also different. Of course, they could just recolored it. But nice little head sculpt there from Wheelie. We'll do some quick comparisons here. This is Spike Witwicky. Oh my god. Spike Witwicky in the exosuit. I couldn't get that out. Spike Witwicky. So this is a comparison right there between them two. Hopefully they'll make a Daniel in the exosuit who would be smaller. And I know they did. So we'll show that off real quick. That came with one of the Dinobots. But he's forever into this pose. I'm sure, I think Firefox also made legs just got, I'm not positive. But yeah. But no, scale-wise, if you want something, because Daniel's not going to be the height of Spike. Yeah, you can bring in this little Daniel. I think it came with Ultra Magnus Masterpiece, but he is very tiny. He won't stand up for shit either. But I did have him riding actually inside of this Wheelie for the longest, because this was the Titan Returns Wheelie that you can put Titan Masters in. I stuck that Daniel inside of him. One of his legs popped off, but you know, it was riding inside him. Oh, I guess I can compare that while I got him out there. This is the old Titan Return Legends class, same thing as Core Class figure. You see a lot bigger, got probably a little bit more articulation going on as well. It's a nice updated Wheelie, so if you have this Wheelie and you're fine with it, I didn't say anything got changed. He's actually got 5mm ports instead of 3, so he's going to hold, you know, any weapon can go into his hands. Classes, they've gone down to the smaller 3mm size. Bring in G1 Wheelie. I can't get this thing here to stand up, but yeah, this is a hideous toy, especially in robot mode. Vehicle mode's not so bad. This right here, you can see that ass ugly face right there. It's just straight orange. It's like someone just like took the front of some guy's head off and just stuck it on a robot. Like it's organic. You try to get this way, but he's just going to fall down usually. Oh, I'll put him reviewing this. He's going to stand up. Oh, I had the hardest time always. Okay, but yeah, this is much better than this with the little molded in fist right there. Look at that. They cut fans in there for me. Yay! Regulation on Wheelie. Spin the head 360. You got a wobble up and down. Ball jointed shoulders go out to there. Spin 360 around. Ball jointed here at the elbow. You can't go flush and getting kind of twisting because it tabs in for transformation for the alt mode. So you got to get your swivels while it's slightly bent. Get your about 90 degrees. Ball jointed hips. Not a full split. Decent kick up. Kicking back, so maybe hindered to get this piece. You can slightly move it. And that's about what you're going to get. Ball jointed knees. Go to there. You can swivel at your knee. You can swivel a little bit at your hip. There is no articulation, no ankle tilts or anything. There also is no waist swivel, so you have lost out on that. And of course, no wrist swivels, as the hands are molded in with the arms and just painted silver. Paint on the figure, you can see you got some gray paints going on here. Silver paint for the hands. This is paint here on the orange, just lighter orange color. Painted the face. Got some decent blue eyes in there. I really do like the head sculpt. Come to the back side, you can see more of the transmission blue paint here for the windshield in vehicle mode. Alright, so transforming Wheelie, pretty simple. Let's take his slingshot out. I do want to see the slingshot that the Wheelie comes with Grimlock. That should fit as well. Yeah, it does. So you can have them holding 2 slingshots if you want to. And it's not the same slingshot. They're different. This one that comes with this Wheelie is big. Alright, transform Wheelie. You're going to turn to the back. Open this little piece up. We're going to fold the head in the back. Raise this part up. Close that down. Bring his legs up. Fold down his feet. And you're going to rotate him in here at the knee. Then you're going to tab this tab into that slot right there. Now you're going to take these 2 tabs here, are now going to slot in right there, and his legs you won't. Make sure his thighs are up together like this to where they're meeting. And you just want to bring this down. And you want to tab that in. And this little part here is going to hook around, go right around the gray parts there. Like that. Now you're going to take his arms. Going to bring these back. Must be locked. You gotta lock his elbows in here. And you're just going to bring that back on this hinge. Bring this down. And these little tabs here are going to tab into that right there. This one doesn't stay tabbed in for me. The other one does. Yeah. So that is Wheelie in his vehicle mode. Fairly simple. Yeah, you can take his slingshot. There is a peg hole inside of there. You probably will end up unpegging that, so we'll just take that off. And you can store that in there. Bring that back down and re-tab his arms back in. And you have transformed Wheelie into his vehicle. Now let's see how close they got with the animation model in vehicle mode. Now, it's not perfect. It is a decent attempt here. And I think they did fairly well. Like I said, just need the, in remote mode, this little color orange needs to come down a little bit more on the sides. And the big major thing I have with this figure are the visible hands in vehicle mode. They could have made it to where they could have folded in, but that's where his wheels are, so I guess that's, well, they can't. Or they could have to where it could fold underneath this piece, like they folded the other way. I mean, that's something they could have done. Maybe someone can recreate the tip of the arms if you want that. But you're not really going to see the back end as often, so it doesn't really stand out until you get about there. Then it's like, what the hell? You know, so that's really the major issue I have with this figure in vehicle mode, is just that. Otherwise, I like the entire vehicle mode. I think it's pretty close to G1 accurate in the way it's more rounded and everything. The front end's also not close enough. It needs to be a little more flush. But to get things working correctly, I guess they had to make some changes to that. Figure rolls decently. Comparisons with other ones, there's your Titans Returns Wheelie. It's a lot larger than this Wheelie. Also a little more sporty, a little more updated look to Wheelie here. So it actually has painted tail lights, no hands visible. You can see the back of the head visible in vehicle mode. Next, the G1 wheelie. Hits the look a little bit more. Just need to be blue up top there. There's a decent figure, this one here, in vehicle mode. Better in vehicle than it ever was in robot mode. The hair flying around. Next to the wheelie that came with Studio Series 86 Grimlock. Beautiful. Core Class from Kingdom/Legacy Hot Rod. KBB Hornets Agent Bumblebee. Alright, final thoughts here on Studio Series Wheelie. It's a nice figure. I really do like the robot mode. The vehicle mode is sort of hit and miss. I like parts of it, like the canopy area here, the windshield, the sides. Don't like the hands, and the front of the vehicle mode is kind of eh. Otherwise, not a bad attempt at the vehicle mode. What really shines about this figure is the robot mode of Studio Series Wheelie. I think this is the standout and my preferred mode for this figure. A lot better than I expected it to be in a robot mode. And I think maybe he's going to stay in robot mode. I might go ahead and just keep, it's not animation accurate. Might keep Time to Turn Wheelie around right now, at least, for the vehicle mode. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till the next one. Peace out.